In the heart of East Africa, where the vast sun-drenched savannas of the continent meet the turquoise waters of the Indian Ocean, lies a nation of profound natural beauty and deep cultural resonance. It is a land defined by its iconic landscapes, the snow-capped peak of a dormant volcano, the endless plains teeming with wildlife, music, and the spice-centered shores of ancient trading islands. This is a land of immense scale and quiet human moments. This is Tanzania. From above, it is a tapestry of dramatic geography. The Great Rift Music Valley carves a path through its heart, cradling vast shimmering lakes. The Serengeti stretches to the horizon, a sea of grass that hosts one of the planet's last great migrations. And, rising from the plains, solitary and immense, is Mount Kilimanjaro, the roof of Africa. Its coastline is a world away, a gentle sweep of palm, fringe beaches, music, and mangrove forests where the rhythm of life is governed by the monsoon winds and the gentle lapping of the tide. But to look closer beyond the postcard images is to discover a nation of over 120 distinct ethnic groups, a society built on the foundations of community, tradition, and a quiet, unyielding resilience. This is a story not of a safari adventure, but of home, a story of the life in Africa's wildlife kingdom, deep and abiding connection to the land that sustains, to the families that anchor, and to the shared culture that unites the people who live here. This is the story of daily life in Tanzania. The rhythm of daily life in Tanzania is tuned to the rising sun. In the cool, clear light of dawn, the country stirs. In the bustling commercial hub of Dar es Salaam, the day begins with a call to prayer, echoing from minarets, mingling with the growing hum of traffic. Along the coast, in the quiet Swahili villages, fishermen are already returning, their wooden dhows gliding music silently into shore with the night's catch. And in the rural highlands, farmers walk the well-worn paths to their chambers or small farms, the air crisp and cool before the heat of the day sets in. For many, the morning revolves around the local market. This is the vibrant, beating heart of every community, a place of commerce, but more importantly, a place of connection. Here, the air is thick with the scent of fresh spices, ripe mangoes, and roasting music coffee. Voices call out in a friendly rhythmic chorus, negotiating prices for tomatoes, onions, and leafy music, greens piled high on wooden tables. It is a social ritual, a chance to exchange news and family and community greetings, to catch up on the affairs of the neighborhood while buying the day's provisions. Life is lived publicly in the shared spaces of the street and the marketplace. The family is the absolute music cornerstone of Tanzanian society. The concept of the individual is secondary to the collective identity of the family unit, which is often a large extended network that includes grandparents, aunts, uncles, and cousins. Homes, especially in rural areas, are often part of a larger family compound. It is here that the core values of respect, responsibility, and mutual support are instilled. Music, elders are held in the highest esteem, their wisdom and experience forming the bedrock of the family's guidance. Children are raised by the entire community. A neighbor will correct a misbehaving child as readily as a parent, rooted in the shared understanding that the well-being of every child is the responsibility of all. This powerful sense of community is a defining feature of the national character. In the villages, life is a collaborative effort. Neighbors instinctively come together to help build a house, to prepare for a wedding, or to support a family during a time of loss. There is a deep-seated belief in the Swahili word for unity, a principle that fosters a powerful social safety net. Even in the more anonymous urban sprawl of cities like Mwanza or Arusha, the spirit persists in smaller neighborhood communities where people from the same region or tribe often settle together, recreating the familiar village support system in an urban setting. Life moves at human pace, unhurried, deliberate, and deeply connected. Music to the people around you. Tanzania's identity is a rich mosaic of cultures. Music, a peaceful coexistence of over 120 different ethnic groups. each with its own unique language, customs, and traditions. This diversity is a source of national pride unified by a shared music, sense of Tanzanian identity, and the common language of Swahili. Swahili or Kiswahili is more than just a language. It is a cultural force born. Maasai villages and traditions. From centuries of interaction between Arab traders and coastal Bano peoples. It is a thread that weaves a nation together, allowing a Maasai warrior from the northern plains to converse easily with fishermen from Zanzibar. Along the coast and on the islands of the Zanzibar archipelago, Swahili culture is at its most potent. It is a culture shaped by the sea, a graceful and sophisticated blend of African, Arab, Persian, and Indian influences. This is visible in the architecture of Stone Town with its labyrinthine alleys, intricately carved wooden doors, and coral stone houses. It is felt in the unhurried pace of life, in the importance of courtesy and hospitality, and in the deep Islamic faith that underpins the social fabric. In the interior, a vast array of tribal traditions continues to thrive. For the Maasai of the northern plains, life remains deeply connected to their semi-nomadic pastoralist heritage. Their wealth is measured in cattle, and their culture is rich with ceremony and ritual, from a warrior initiations to the vibrant rhythmic singing and dancing. For the Chaga people who live on the fertile slopes of Mount Kilimanjaro, life is built around the cultivation of coffee and bananas with a complex system of family land ownership passed down through generations. These traditions are not relics of the past. They are living, breathing aspect of the present, adapting to the modern world while holding fast to the ancestral values that give them meaning. Religion plays a central and visible role in daily life. Christianity and Islam are the two dominant faiths, and their holidays and festivals are important national events. Churches and mosques are prominent features in every town and city, and faith provides a strong moral and spiritual compass for the majority of the population. And dance are integral to every facet of life, from religious ceremonies to social celebrations, traditional drumming, folk songs, and the energetic movements of tribal dances are a constant presence, while the modern upbeat sounds of bongo, a uniquely Tanzanian blend of hip-hop and R&B, are the soundtrack of urban markets, farming, and daily work. Youth, this is a culture of immense pride, a quiet confidence in a heritage that is both diverse and unified, that ancient and constantly evolving. The Tanzanian economy is rooted in the land and the sea. Agriculture is the backbone of the nation, employing the vast majority of the population. For millions of families, life is defined by the rhythms of planting and harvesting. On the fertile slopes of Kilimanjaro and Mount Mayu, farmers cultivate high-quality Arabica coffee, while the regions around Lake Victoria are known for their cotton. Throughout the country, small-scale farmers grow maize, rice, cassava, and beans, the staple foods that feed the nation. It is a life of hard physical work, dependent on the seasonal rains and subject to the uncertainties of a changing climate. Along the extensive coastline and on the shores of the Great Lakes Victoria, Tanganyika, and Nyasa, fishing is a primary way of life. In villages from Bagamoyo to Mwanza, the daily return of the fishing boats is a focal point of the economy. The catch, from small silver dugger in Lake Victoria to tuna and snapper in the Indian Ocean, is sold in bustling local markets or transported to the cities. Tourism is a major and growing sector of the economy centered around the country's world-renowned national parks. The Northern Circuit, which includes the Serengeti, Ngorongoro Crater, and Mount Kilimanjaro, attracts hundreds of thousands of visitors each year. This industry provides crucial employment for guides, drivers, hotel staff, and the many small businesses that support it. In Zanzibar, tourism is focused on the historic Stone Town and the idyllic beaches, creating opportunities but also presenting the challenge of preserving the unique culture and fragile environment. In the cities, a different economic life unfolds. Dar es Salaam is the nation's commercial engine, a bustling port city where small businesses and informal enterprises thrive. A growing number of young educated Tanzanians are finding work in traditional Tanzanian food, sectors like telecommunications, banking, and construction. Yet for many urban dwellers, work is a daily hustle, a constant effort to find opportunity in a competitive and often challenging environment. It is an economy of contrasts where modern industry exists alongside time-honored ways of making a living, all of it a testament to the industrious and entrepreneurial spirit of the people. Tanzanian food is a direct and honest reflection of its culture and geography, hearty, flavorful, and centered around fresh local ingredients. The cuisine is built on a foundation of staple starches that provide energy for a day of hard work. The undisputed national dish is ugali, a thick, stiff porridge made from maize, sorghum, or cassava flour. It is more than just food. It is a cultural symbol eaten with the hands. It is used to scoop up accompanying stews of meat, fish, or vegetables. Rice or wali is also a beloved staple, especially along the coast, where it is often cooked with coconut milk to create a fragrant and savory base. For special occasions, this is transformed into pilo, a delicious one-pot dish where the rice is simmered with a complex blend of spices like cardamom, cinnamon, and cloves, along with meat or chicken. Grilled meat known as nyama choma is a national obsession. It is a social food often enjoyed at open-air eateries where friends gather for hours talking and relaxing while the goat, beef, or chicken is slow roasted over hot coals.